Royce live. I'm gonna wait till a couple of you hop on here. It is Monday. What is it? I can't believe, first of all, it's already April. How fast time has gone by in this year. I don't know about all of you, but as the older I get, the more time passes by just quickly, which makes me kind of sad. Um, so, as you can tell by the title of this video, and I hope the title worked, I'm not the best at this live thing, so tell me what the title says. Hello, Country Bear Fan 2016. Sup? What's going on? Welcome. I Tell me if the title. Can you just put a thumbs up if the title says like discussing the pause on Tangled and the Snow White future movie situation? Um, so let's discuss Tangled being paused. Okay, you see the reflection of the window. Okay, maybe we'll just talk like this. So basically, what's been going on at Disney since Snow White? So I don't know if the failure of Snow White is necessarily a surprise to the company, but I definitely think that it's making them really double think at this point what they're going to be doing in the future, just in terms of making more live action movies. Tangled, of course, was released in what, 2010. And for me personally, it's one of those movies that really hits home because it's one of the last, it is the last character that Disney legend animating supervisor Glenn King designed, which was Rapunzel. Glenn King, for those that do not know, was an animator, and my art teacher at art school worked under him on The Fox and the Hound. So for me, he was such a master just from what I heard, and to make a live action Tangled, I think would be absolutely incredible. I think that people would love it. Hi, how's it going? I know what happened to the Splash Mountain animatronics. Tell me what happened to them. Viviana, hello, Campos. Um, so yeah, I think all of us here love Tangled. It's a great movie. Mandy Moore, of course, voiced Tangled or Rapunzel. It's a good story. I think that there's a lot of aspects of that particular movie that would transition really well to a live action format. But I think Disney at this point is thinking, what do we dare anymore? And that's not to say that, of course, they've already filmed Moana, so that's coming. They're working in pre-production for Hercules. So I don't know. To stop a production, what that tells me, coming from the company, is that they're really scared to put and invest any more money into a live action that they don't know that they're going to get that money back. Days are long gone from Avengers and the. Do you remember how popular every single Avengers movie was? I mean, people were going out in like the midnight showings, and it was just a moment in time. It was something that you had to. I don't know, all of you out there, your ages. Comment below how old everyone is here that are watching. I'm curious. But I'm in my 30s. I'm 33. So we just, from that era, really got to see so many amazing movies that were coming out. I mean, they were popping out Harry Potters and Twilights and Hunger Games and Maze Runners and all these amazing movies year after year. So it's possible to do that. I just don't know if Disney can, because one of my favorite movies, Hercules. So Hercules is another movie that was in the pipeline to be made into a live action. Another great movie that I think would be really good. But I think Disney, like I was saying, sorry, I get sidetracked. Disney is really now considering whether or not it is beneficial financially to execute a live action version of these movies. Because if Snow White can't do it, which is the fairest one of all, who can? Cinderella has already been made. Amazing job. Beauty and the Beast, amazing job. People have a lot of conflicting thoughts on Holly with the Little Mermaid. I think she did a good job. Was it the right decision to, race swap? I don't know. That's not for me to decide. But I do believe that everybody deserves a chance to audition. But I don't know if Disney is going to stop making live action movies. I think that they will continue. I just think that they're going to be more picky. I heard today that Maleficent 3 is greenlit. What's going on with that? I love Maleficent, first of all. One of my favorite movies of all time. It just is up there. But that's a movie that it followed the original up to a certain extent, and then it did its own thing successfully. If Snow White were to be successful, I think that it should have followed the Evil Queen up to when she turned into a hag, and when she returned back to the castle. Maybe she could have redeemed herself. I don't know. A lot of people found issues with their favorite villains becoming nice, and misunderstood. But I always think of it this way: every villain, or every one of us that are watching right now, has experienced some sort of stress, or somebody's done us wrong, right? So we can understand why people do bad things, and we're not perfect. I've done bad things to people. I wouldn't say intentionally, but you just get under like a it becomes you and you don't realize. So it's really interesting to see what they did with Maleficent. Cruella, for instance, understanding her backstory. By the way, I heard Cruella 2 is coming. How does everybody feel about Cruella 2? I loved Cruella. I was actually want to see new stories like what they used to be. Yep. Country Bear fan. Some were used in the brand new Country Bear musical Jamboree. Which figures were used in that? Hello, how are you doing today? I'm good. Today, I did a lot of gardening. I don't know if all of you would be curious to see my garden. I am a huge, huge, huge garden nerd, geek. I love my garden. I love to plant, and I have a huge herb garden and vegetables. And then I have like a meadow in my back, and then I have like a Mediterranean fountain area. It's really nice. I've spent a fortune on these plants. So from Sweden. What's going on, Alexander? Wow, what time is it in Sweden? But going back to what I was saying about live action. So yeah, Cruella 2 is coming out. What else is being greenlit? Maleficent 2, Hocus Pocus 3. Should it happen? I want to vote, yes or no, because I I I'm gonna say I know a very famous person that knows Bet that has told him that she's going to do it. So I don't know if that's like confirmed, but on a recent interview, she said that there's conversation. So I believe it'll happen. Should it? Probably not, but it's going to happen. They should have released 2 in the theaters. If you agree, let me know. Um, One of the gators at the end of the Splash Mountain. Okay, well, what figure is that gator now in the Country Bears? I'm very curious. I love repurposed and recycled animatronics being used. By the way, I have heard that Monsters Inc. is closing at Disney's California Adventure. Not going to say that's confirmed or not, but I heard that that's happening, which is really sad, but probably a lot of those figures will go over to uh, Hollywood Studios in Florida to be used in that attraction. How does everyone feel about that? Um, well, yeah, live actions. How does everyone feel about The Lion King? I had a really hard time uh, in Henry and Sammy. Oh, interesting. Very, very interesting. Who, who did you hear that from? I'm very, very curious to. I mean, obviously, that would probably have been Disney World's figures, not Disneyland's, because Disneyland's, I know where those gators are. Um, but, anyways, back to what I was saying. Um, Live actions. uh, For me, The Jungle Book was really good because I had Mowgli. For me, watching The Lion King was rough. It was really, really rough. So, I don't know. I think that there comes a point where I didn't even watch Peter Pan, that new one that came on Disney Plus. I had no desire, which is really sad. Can you show us your animatronics? Do you make those figures? Mm. My studio is a hot mess right now, guys. I will do an updated studio tour for you coming up. I'm actually trying to clean because I have some friends coming from the UK over next week, so that's why I'm in the studio right now. And I just thought I'd pop in and say hi. I'm trying to release content a little bit more spread out. How did all of you feel? Because I was popping up videos every single day at certain points, and it just got exhausting to me with work and now this. So, I'm trying to do at least 2 to 3 videos a week. To also not run out of ideas because there's a million ideas out there, but just to dilute the interest. Do you make those figurines? So these figures behind me are maquettes. So I don't know how common they are being sold these days, but Disney did sell like Pocahontas right there. She was one of 500 that was released. I also have like Belle, the Beast here. You can't see, but they're right out of frame. Aladdin, Tangled, and Elsa. Disney used to sell maquettes that were used in the production. So, like for instance, Zeus is from Hercules. Let's see, we have Clopin, Tiana, Jane. I have Tarzan right there, and Pocahontas. These guys are expensive. If you go on eBay and type in Disney animation maquettes, they're not cheap. Like Pocahontas is 1 grand, if not more. Zeus was very expensive because he was actually used in the production of the movie. So if they're like this gray color, that's how you know. But if they're colored, most likely they were sold as part of a series, a rare series. I mean, 500 is not a lot if you think about it, but still it was sold. So going along with the animation, this is my animators used to use when they were sketching videos. So it's really, really cool. By the way, I don't know if any of you are Black Cauldron fans, but right here, right there, right there. That is the old sign from Gurgies, Munchies, and Crunchies. I could not find it anywhere. So what did Royce do? Royce went to Walt Disney Imagineering and Research Library in Glendale, and I bugged the head archivist, and I said, please, can you find this sign for me? I know it exists somewhere, and he found this, and I was able to finally print it and have a copy on my wall. I actually have pictures of the restaurants as well, which is really cool. There's so much wrong stuff with the live-action Little Mermaid move. I mean, I agree. I don't know if it was the casting or the story. I like the Caribbean vibe. For me, I always said that I would have loved Kathy Bates cast as Ursula as opposed to Melissa McCarthy. I work for Disney. I'm going to strike you for this content. What does that mean? I'm going to strike you. By the way, hi. Let's see. Wait, what are those figures called again? Sorry, I have bad memory. They're called animation maquettes. Disney animation maquettes, or Walt Disney Animation Studio animator maquettes. It was the singing for me that threw me off, but I did like it. That's the thing. Like, I feel like Disney has become so scared of pleasing everybody that they're overthinking it. And it's kind of taken away from the joy of just a movie and the classic part of it. Storm Calypso, thank you. Hello, welcome in. The casting Ariel is the wrong color. Well, I mean, I remember when I was watching The View and they said, well, fish don't have races, right? I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. All I'll say about the live action Little Mermaid is I enjoyed her singing. Do I hate that movie? No, but could it have been better in terms of casting? Yes. So every live action Disney has learned something. I don't know what, but let's hope that they've learned something. Just from a creative standpoint, it's always fun to see the costumes. For me, especially like Aladdin. I was really excited to see like a male star, and I think that's the issue: is get new talent. I think that would just bring a whole persona and a different lens, if you will, as the audience to these movies. When I saw Beating the Beast, I'm sorry, but I saw Hermione. I could not see Belle. I mean, I saw Belle's dress, but when I saw the face, I saw Hermione. There was no doubt about it. So when you get somebody that is so iconic, with Emily Blunt as Mary Poppins, that worked. there is leeway here, but you need to just get new talent. There's amazing people out there that can sing, that can act. They just need the chance to prove themselves. So, for instance, is his name Mina, who was in Aladdin, who played Aladdin? I had really had not heard of him before, but he did an incredible job in that role. Jasmine, she was in Lemonade Mouth, but I haven't heard anything from her since then or prior much. So amazing, amazing job as Jasmine. Lily James as Cinderella. I've always said Cinderella is the best um, live action that they've done. Mulan made me mad, and most so did The Lion King. Mulan, I feel like, is kind of the forgotten child of live action. I don't know if Disney, but that is that purposeful? Does Disney want you to forget about it? Because if so, they're good at that. Country Bear musical Jamboree, love it. I love it. How did you know what? That's the thing too. Like these movies are not. It's not a new thing. That just brought something to my memory. I remember seeing the Country Bear live movie in the theaters when I was a kid. What was that in like '03? So they've been doing this for a while, y'all. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm just chilling in my studio. It was quite a day, quite a day. I did grocery shopping, and I went to Trader Joe's. I got some flowers and stuff for my garden outside, and now I just was home doing a lot of stuff. I like that 2000s country movie. Yeah, some of them are good, right? There's a lot of good classics. Like 101 Dalmatians was really good. I really enjoyed that movie. Um, but how does everyone feel about garden content? I know that's not my like profile niche on this channel, but I love gardening. I would love to show everyone. Maybe if I sprinkle in some Disney. I have some Disney garden statues. I have all the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs that were released. I believe I got them in 1997 Disney catalog. So they're pretty old. They're in my laundry room. And then I have the Alice in Wonderland statues that I painted, but they're not outside by any means. They're too rare. Do you have a toy store? Uh, Sometimes I wonder, the very few people that I do allow in my personal studio, their reactions are priceless. They go crazy. Because it's not every day that you can hold a Small World head. Or, oh, I don't know, hold Tinkerbell or pet Jiminy Cricket or hold something from Splash Mountain or Pirates of the Caribbean. So, it's really fun to see people's reactions a lot. I have a video coming out. Yeah, that's what my channel is about. So you do garden. That's cool. What is your favorite plant? How do you remember plant names? I try so hard to remember the plants' names. They're so complicated, but I have an obsession with the garden right now. But yeah, it's really fun to see people's reactions. Who remembers No Country Bear? Okay. Okay. Oh, your contact. Okay. Who said their channel's about garden? Sorry, I'm confused. Well, Country Bear is a great, fantastic. I bet you're happy this year. A great channel. I mean that. I have Oscar. I have the three trophy heads. Sammy. I want to make the full band. That's something that's crazy that I think about. Is like I have a wall, and it's either going to be this. It's either going to be the Country Bear Jamboree. I'm just gonna make all of them in the theater with like Baby Oscar. I have Baby Oscar, so I just got to make, what is that? The other five on the stage with a red curtain, and then move Melvin, Buff, and Max like a mini theater. I'm crazy like that. I can make a servo show. See, we could work together, but I don't know if I necessarily need to make a move. I would just like them stationary. For me, as an animatronic figure finisher, I'm used to working on figures, seeing figures not moving, because I always work on figures in the shop. They're not moving. I always go in the rides when they're not moving. So I only see them actually moving when I'm in the parks as a regular guest, just like you. So it's very interesting to see, the contrast and how different and how much detail you miss from so far away. I add so much wrinkles to pirates, and I really make them dirty. It's really sad because not a lot of people see it. So, but yeah, I either am going to make a Country Bear show display of all the bears, and that would be just an amazing series, right, to make on here. Or the jail scene from Pirates of the Caribbean. I actually have all the original heads from that jail scene. I would have to make the dog, but Yeah, I just think it would be really, really cool. Does your company know that you're making these videos out of curiosity? I have no clue if Disney watches this or not. If they are, hello Disney, how's it going? I don't know. I mean, I don't really feel like I'm doing anything bad. Like I'm not like exposing a lot of knowledge that I do have and secrets that I do know. I'm just giving my experience to people that definitely find it interesting. You know, there's so many channels out there, right? So many Disney content channels. But I saw the need for an animatronic niche where somebody dives into the just everyday of a figure finisher and how I paint and sculpt and fur tiki room birds or age pirate clothes and stuff like that. Because it's one thing to like read about it, but to actually hear it from somebody that's experienced it, I thought would be a really neat channel. And I love the community that we've built here. So I don't really think I'm doing anything wrong. I'm just, just giving my opinion and sharing my memories. So you know the country bears that came out of the ground. I have no idea what you're talking about. What do you mean they came out of the ground? That sounds scary, those poor bears. Did they hibernate? Is that what you're talking about? It was really cool. I filmed a video earlier on my time at the Disney Archives and seeing Dolores and how she didn't come out of the dirt or the ground, but she came out of a crate. So, the Archives was a very, very cool place. What else is everyone up to? Drop a comment if you have a question. What's everyone doing for dinner? What time is it wherever you're at? I mean, somebody said that they were from Sweden on here. That's insane. Oh my goodness. By the way, one of my favorite pencils to draw with is a Blaisdell. These are really, really cool. Tell me if you ever. This box is like from the 80s. I bought it at auction. These guys, and like it unravels. One of my favorite pencils to draw. I used to do more drawing videos, but I don't know. Not a lot of people watch them, which is really sad. And it's sad that I don't make it just because of that, because I personally enjoy it. Let's see. What do you do for a living? CBC videos. The answer is true. Okay. Well, I'm a painter. First and foremost, before I say figure finish or anything like that, if anybody ever asks me, like, what do you do? Or, I have a lot of Disney shirts. Do you still work there? Or what did you do? I just say painter, because when I say figure finisher, people always look at me and they're like, what's that? They don't really know. So I'll say animation, and they think I work at the animation studios in Burbank. And I have to remind them, no, like, animation, like, there's different types of animation. Does that lighting better? I'm gonna lose the light from the window pretty soon. But that's what I do. I also, opposed to painting, I love to draw. I love to sculpt. I love to make props. Decorating my house is always really, really fun. I wish drawing was more of a popular niche than was it ever? I'm sure there's people that have nothing but drawing channels, because I really do enjoy drawing. No, the bear's like the one has the piano that comes out of the ground. Oh yeah, yeah. There's like a whole like downstairs situation. But this is my animation desk. This is something that my grandma bought for me. I have the date here. June 11th, 2020. So I've had this, and this is my pride and joy. I absolutely love it. The original light's still on it, and it didn't come with any of the things that are on it specifically. What are you going to eat after this? I had chili. Actually, I already ate. I only eat twice a day. I don't eat breakfast. So when I wake up, I have coffee and maybe like those little cookies that they give you on the airplane. They're like those little Belgium cinnamon waffle cookies. I'll have like one of those with my coffee. But I'll have coffee, and then I'll eat at 10. I'll have lunch, and then I'll have dinner at 5 or 6. I only eat twice. What are you going to eat after this? I saw them under there. That's pretty cool. Did you get to like tour the show or something? That's the thing. I feel like Disney should do that a little bit more often, where they do exclusive behind the scenes stuff. They've become so like tight with that. I remember they used to do dinners in the Haunted Mansion. That was really cool. They should do more of that. I remember somebody asked me recently, um, have I ever been to Club 33? I have been there like 4 times, something like that. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really see what all the hullabaloo's about, all the fuss. Every time I go up there, I'm just like, meh, it's okay. I've had better onion rings at the Habit. Just to be honest with you, I already ate frozen yogurt. I love frozen yogurt. I love it. Do you remember TCBY? This is gonna age me. TCBY yogurt. It was so good. Their like icon or mascot for the frozen yogurt franchise was Arthur, like the cartoon. It was weird. They had like plush of him and stuff. It was really, really, really good. Wasn't it delicious? I loved frozen yogurt. My favorite flavor ice cream is chocolate malted crunch from Rite Aid. I don't even know if Rite Aids are still around. The one that where I live closed tragically, but it's really good. What else is going on, y'all? I'm just trying to think of anything else. Like, what other movie? Okay, I'll say this. A movie that I definitely feel needs to be a live action is Atlantis. Oh my goodness. When I watch that movie, it's like a live action movie trying to be a cartoon. It needs to be live action. Emperor's New Groove would also be amazing. Amazing. I love all the Misfits. The Black Cauldron would also be really, really good. I like the Alice in Wonderland live actions. I thought that those were really, really good with Anne Hathaway. By the way, did you see Anne Hathaway's Instagram today? She was like fanning a script. I thought it was going to be The Devil Wears Prada too, but it's another script. Are they ever going to make that? Stanley Tucci said on Drew that he thinks it's going to happen. See, movies like that, is it necessary? Do we need it? Do we want it? Because that was 2006, so it's going to be 20 years. I don't know. I never ate it, but I do remember it. Yeah. Rite Aid was where it's at. If y'all like onion rings, try the Habits onion rings. They're delicious. I love it. The onion rings are like my favorite go-to. If they ever have an option, I'll choose onion rings over French fries any day. Although I do love French fries a lot. Do you like waffle or crinkle or just like the straight shots, like from In-N-Out? Chick-fil-A's French fries are really, really good. And I also, I really like McDonald's French fries. I remember Burger King's being good. Who remembers Rally's? Is Rally's still around? I used to love Rally's seasoned fries. They used to be so good. Has anybody eaten at Long John Silver's? Long John Silver's is amazing. I was one that got stuck. I am the sewer outage in the Country Bridge Jamborees. There was smoke in the theater of the Mary Poppins. Oh. Oh, geez, that sounds crazy. It's always interesting, all the malfunctions of Wingstop's fries are really good. I've never been to Wingstop. Ever. Ever. What's good there besides the French fries? I was just saying I wanted to go back to Buffalo Wild Wings because I love chicken. What's good at Wingstop? What's good? Their fries are good. That's good to know. Do they have onion rings? Let me know. Their wings, if you have. Oh, I love spice. I love heat. You know what I used to do when I was in high school? It's really bad. I used to get hot Cheetos and I used to dip them in sour cream. By the way, fun fact here, and this is completely off topic from this video, but it's something that I feel like everyone needs to know. If you freeze hot Cheetos, the lemon ones, freeze them, and you eat them, it makes it somehow less hot, but more crispy, and it just enhances the flavor. Also, if you're gonna have cereal, freeze your cereal. And when you eat it with milk, not only does it, because it's just colder and it tastes better, but it doesn't get soggy because it's so cold and crisp. The mango habanero is really good, but they don't have any earrings. Earrings? I love ranch. There you can see my other ones. I have there's Elsa. She's big, so she got the whole thing. Rapunzel and Aladdin. I have all my name tags too up here. It's a little, look at just all my mess. trying to clean it for a video update coming out soon. Poor Figment. I dropped him. He fell. I was so sad. I was like, no. But yeah, that's what's been going on. I have some videos coming out. I have a video coming out Wednesday, and another one on. I'm either gonna release it Friday or Saturday. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to Disneyland next week as a guest, which is gonna be really fun. With some friends that are visiting from out of the country, so I'm really excited. If you ever see me, by the way, at the parks, feel free to say hi. I would love to meet all of you. I'm gonna be running around there for a few days. It's so interesting going into the parks as a guest. It's almost like because you work there, you never want to go there on your day off. But yeah, I'll say hi. Are you at Disney World or Disneyland? I'm going to Disneyland. Although I'd love to go to Disney World. Gosh, I miss Disney World so much. I've only been to Disney World 4 times, and I want to go more. I love it. Disney World to me it still has the magic that I mean Disneyland has magic, but like I know where every door is. I know where every passage is. I know what every backstage. So there's just a sense of awe when I go to Disney World that I don't have when I go to Disneyland. But anyways, back to this. How are y'all doing? Welcome in. I was talking about live actions and I got really sidetracked for the past 10 minutes, so sorry about that. But yes, Cruella 2, I really like that. They got to get Emma Thompson back for the Baroness because I loved her and Emma, competing. That was fantastic. By the way, Emma Stone, I just saw her in a movie called The Help with Bryce Dallas Howard as well. Amazing. Have you ever seen it? It was just a great movie. Bryce ate pie with a very interesting ingredient in it. My introduction to Bryce was in Twilight. She replaced Victoria in the third movie. I remember in 2010, I was like, "What happened to Victoria? Who's that?" It was so weird. I hate when that happens. Um, what other? Oh, Dumbledore. There was two Dumbledores. So, how does everyone feel about the new Harry Potter coming out on Max? Gilded Age 3 is coming. I'm really excited. Let you in on a little bit of my personal. Like, I love the Gilded Age. I love Downton Abbey. I am obsessed with Downton Abbey. If you like Downton Abbey, if you've never watched it or heard of it, everything else that I say, forget about it. Just go watch Downton Abbey. It's amazing. I like Outlander. Oh yeah, Harry Potter's great. It'll be interesting. I can't reimagine anybody else besides McGonagall. Maggie Smith is McGonagall. I'm sorry. There's no other one. So I don't know who's gonna play any of these characters, but those are some pretty. I watched *Handmaid's Tale* and Bridgerton. I've heard great things about Bridgerton. I haven't seen it yet. I never watched Downton until it was over, which is nice because I just binge it. Outlander, it's a little naughty, but it's good. It's time travel. I have also become such a fan of that. Let's see, what else do I love? Oh, this is a really fun show. It's called Keeping Up Appearances. And it's about this lady that is middle class, but she wants to be upper class. And she's just funny because her family's crazy. If you've never seen that, check it out. Keeping Up Appearances with Patricia. Oh, her last name starts with an R. It was on the BBC. Really good. Oh, sorry, I just kicked my stand. Let's see what other show before I get off here because I'm gonna bore all of you. My birthday month. When is your birthday month? Is it April? Let's see. What other shows do I love? Oh, Garden Rescue. For those that don't already know, I love gardening. And there's a show on, it's on YouTube, but I think it was on BBC. It's called Garden Rescue. And it has a gardener. It's basically they compete in these people's backyards that their backyards look terrible. And they basically compete there's these two brothers, the Rich brothers, and then this girl, oh, what's her name? Charlie Demick, who is like Britain's head. She's like the Mary Berry of the garden world in Great Britain, and they compete their designs, and the family chooses, and then they execute it, and whoever loses has to help the other with their design. It's really good. Garden Rescue, check it out. Ground Force is good too. It also has Charlie in it. I've just become obsessed with gardening. Y'all will hate me, right, if I turn this into a gardening channel. Maybe I should just make another channel just for gardening. I'm obsessed. Sounds like me. He restarted it. Who? She sounds like me. But yeah, that is what's been going on. What other show do I really like? Oh, some other YouTubers that I watch, in case any of you are interested. I don't know where all of you live, but there's a YouTuber called named Shayla Quinn who I watch. She used to live here in my town, and then she moved to New York. So Shayla Quinn, she's pretty good. It's M is really good. Um, I really like Leonora Smee. Um, she's her life's insane. The show that you were talking about, that sounds like me. Oh, Keeping Up Appearances? The lady that's middle class but acts like she's upper class, but she can't because her family's crazy. Is that? Or are you the time traveler? If you could time travel back to any time, where would you go and why? I always think about that. I would go back to July 17th, 1955. I would love to have been there for the opening of Disneyland. There's just something about it. Something about that day that must have been magical, besides women's heels sinking into the cement. Just to have been there. Mm. By the way, you know what? I just saw that The Wizard of Oz, somebody in the production is still alive. She was Judy Garland's stand-in. So when Dorothy lands in Oz and she goes to open the door and she opens it and goes completely out of the frame, she's in her black and white plaid dress. And then when she re-enters the frame in her blue dress, that's Judy Garland. But the girl that opened the door when Oz was finally exposed, she's still alive. She's 106. Isn't that crazy? Oh my goodness. To have lived that long and to have seen that much stuff and to have been a part of something so iconic is really, really cool. It's so sad that we lost Judy so young. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this sort of content, let me know. Hit subscribe, ring that bell icon. That way you're notified whenever I do another live. I'm gonna try to do it more often because I like interaction. I like interacting with all of you. It's really fun. But till next time, dreamers, always remember not only to follow your dreams, but to chase them. Go rewatch this if you missed it, if you popped in any other time. And the new video is coming out Wednesday and then either Friday or Saturday. So I will